Okay, so let's learn some Japanese. Dageki means a strike, and shosha means winner. So let's say, I am the winner. Watashi wa shosha desu. Is that clear? I think we need something more interesting, right? Dageki. Watashi wa shosha desu.
Mission completed.
We often feel stupid when we cannot remember something, but is it really us? Or the way the material is delivered that's the problem? When I played a video game character, wasn't it way more fun? Even though the words were exactly the same. Maybe I didn't memorize every word yet, but let's admit it, your brain switched on. So, why does playfulness work better than simple drills? And how did we even end up with that idea? I was a kid who was handed to an English tutor, as everybody in my tiny settlement. And I won't ever forget these tons of grammar, books, and tedious text mixed with somehow engaging ways of learning a language. For example, watching Forrest Gump with an A2 level. So you understand how much I understood. Instead of enjoying the movie, we were pausing it 1,000 times and writing columns of new words and cramming them afterwards. It felt like juggling with 10 balls at once. When I listened to what the characters were saying, I've lost the meaning. But when I focused on the meaning, the words slipped away. Okay, stop, let's just focus, I said to myself. But by the time I figured out one sentence, 3 already passed by. Learning a language this way felt like juggling in a unicycle, in a hurricane. That was my learning experience. But then, the day of my interview with an American radio station about military situation and volunteering in my region came. What do you think? Could I pause the interview? Could I re-listen to it 5 times to catch up? I don't think so. But luckily, for that time, I have already hacked the system. And soon, I'll share how I did it later on. But as Mark Andrew James figured out in his recent research, language learners often fall into the inert knowledge trap when they know the rules, but cannot use them in real life. Why? Because traditional methods rarely stimulate real conversational conditions, fast reactions, unpredictability, emotions. You never see John or Mary from your grammar textbook getting sarcastic or furious. Spoiler, they live in a perfect, boring grammar world. Poor practical training doesn't only feel awkward, it has real-life consequences. First term, frustration. Long term, total demotivation. In a real life, misbuying things online, misunderstanding an important conversation, or staying silent when you should have spoken up. Besides, such methods not only take your desire to leave, proceed, but also your precious time. According to the US Foreign Service Institute, learning languages like English takes approximately from 600 to 750 hours. Mostly, students spend 3 or 4 hours per week, 2 lessons plus homework. So let's do some math. 600 hours divided by 4 will be 150 weeks. It's almost 3 years. But if you spend most of that time memorizing, not using, the process slows dramatically. Instead of 3 years, you may spend 5 or 6 reaching fluency, or even not get there at all. If the system suggested by many polyglots and tutors doesn't work, then what is the most multilateral and engaging viable option? How to combine hundreds of skills just in a few hours per week? And is it even possible to speak, write, listen, be fluent in stressful situations, and not be a robot at all? Well, let's return to my interview. You won't guess what extraordinary thought visited me one day and changed everything. I remember how I rushed to my PC after school when I was 13 to play my top-tier game called Metal Gear Rising. But one day I opened it and realized that I need to reinstall it. And as soon as I launched it again, I understood that the only available language was English. And that's how I came to that idea. Games. This wasn't a lesson. It was something I already loved and knew. And suddenly, English wasn't a barrier anymore. It was the key. I wasn't doing an exercise. I was slicing cyber ninjas with a katana. Focus, absorb, apply, no time to second guess. And that's when it hit me. Maybe language shouldn't be something you squeeze into your already overloaded day. It should be a part of your rest from this chaos routine. And here's where you can start. Right now. Many of you already play games. On bed, in trams, at work. Even if you're enjoying the game while listening to me, don't feel guilty. I encourage it. And here's a step-by-step. 1. Grab your gadget, whatever you're playing on. 2. Check the language. Is it your target one? If yes, high five. If no, switch it. I know what you're gonna tell me. What are you talking about? I won't understand anything. Trust me, you will. You already know this game, and you shouldn't understand every single word. You just need to dive in. All right, you've switched the language. Now what? 3. Continue playing, but with sharper eyes and ears. Listen to what the characters are saying, explore the names of items and missions, and just jump in. Feel it. Besides, games are also a goldmine because they link visuals to language. You see a sword, you hear its name, you use it. No cramming. No endless lists. And it gets even better. 4. Unmute your microphone or open the chat window. Say hi, maybe even from TED, even if it feels awkward. Come on, everybody is awkward when gaming under pressure. Nobody cares about your grammar slips during a boss fight. And after the game, stay connected. Open YouTube, Reddit, Pinterest, whatever. And share your thoughts, argue a little, make memes, make something interesting. When I did it with Metal Gear Rising, I ended up getting friends from 6 different countries. And guess what? My English improved without me even noticing. So, continue playing Candy Crush or chess online without self-blaming or postponing your dream of learning a language. No balls. No endless lists. Drive on me.